Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. You'll probably notice a little bit brighter quality to this video because I'm actually home before the sun's gone down, which is a really rare thing. I've also hooked up my Blue Snowball mic, so hopefully the sound quality on this video is going to be a little bit better. Although my air conditioner is going, it's fall in Texas and that's still warm. Fall's like spring, you know. So anyway, like I was saying, I got kind of handed this interesting shift at work today, and actually kind of what wound up happening is we hired this new guy, and the new guy can't work like Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is complete bullshit because I was told nobody could have their availability set in the department. So I already have a little bit of a beef with that. Secondly, this guy's shirking his cashier responsibilities, which I have a secondary problem with because that means nobody else gets to do anything else because he won't. Those things being said, I think that it was a lot better for me working in the morning because I've never considered myself much of a morning or day person. I definitely thrive a little bit at night, but and I prefer nights, you know, to be creative and stuff like that. But I think as I've gotten a little bit older, my body has sort of shifted a little bit to being more functional in other ways in the morning or during the day. So I worked 7 to 4 today, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, that's not the right word. I didn't thoroughly enjoy it, but it was much more manageable. I found the day went by a lot faster. I wasn't as tired usually halfway through my shift. I'm pretty done. I'm running on fumes the second after lunch, you know. I found 11 o'clock a much better time to eat lunch than say 2 or 3. It wasn't as busy in the way it gets busy in the evening. I don't have to deal with any of the closing bullshit. So I found the 7 to 4 shift actually pretty nice, and it looks like I'm going to be working that now and then. Which brings me to what this video is really about. As I mentioned, in order to get hired, I had to have open availability, which means they can pretty much do whatever they want with my schedule. And I'm having a great deal of issue with this because my schedule is just all over the place. I have rarely had days off together, okay? I'm getting this Friday and Saturday off together, but because of that, I'm going to end up working 6 days in a row at one point. That's the other problem. Not to mention that now rather than having a fixed time coming in every day, I used to come in at 10:30. But now I'm coming in at 7 sometimes, at 8 sometimes, at 10:30 sometimes, at 9 sometimes. It's getting to be just, you know, more than I can deal with in some ways. It's very hard to, you know, that's like a single bachelor kind of schedule, you know. If you have other shit going on, it's very difficult to kind of maintain a schedule like that. Now, there are perhaps 1 or 2 benefits to it, like not having to work that many days in a row. Sometimes I only have to work 2 or 3 days, and then I have another day off. But again, it's very difficult to do anything with just one day. And not only is it difficult to do anything with just one day, and when I say do anything, I mean, like, Joseph, stop knocking stuff. Joseph. Oh, this cat. Joseph. Stop it. You don't need to be in there. Just leave it alone. Sorry, everybody. So, like, you know, I'll have like a Saturday, and then I have to be at work the next day. So you really don't have that night. You have the night before, which, you know, I could have gotten out of work at 7:30. You know, there's like no real. It's like you don't have any time off really, and that sucks. I'm a big advocate of downtime. I think people need more of it. Unless you just thrive at work, unless like work is like your thing, and that's great, you know. That's not me. I'm not a rat race kind of dude. I like doing things I enjoy, and typically I don't enjoy, you know, toiling away and shit. So that's kind of been a real problem. I have a beverage of choice today. I have Pure Leaf unsweet tea. I have moved to unsweetened things a lot as I've gotten older, just because I prefer them. Oh, and you know, I don't know if anybody is like, I recently got married. Here's my ring. It's amethyst and silver. My wife's birthstone is amethyst, so weird wearing one of these again. It's my second time around, so you know, it's been a while since I'd worn one. Anyway, but I digress. I realize it's what the company needs, and especially what the department needs. But I just don't. I just don't enjoy it. I like not having to work too many days in a row. I think that's cool, but just having my schedule all over the place is really frustrating. I don't care for that as much. Joseph, this dude can be an extremely aggressive cat, and he's look at that. Look at those claws. He's a big dude. Look at you. But he tends to like want to disrupt what I'm doing and crawl all over my keyboard and say, "Oh, just hush. Shut up. Be good." And this is like after I've been home like 20 minutes. I mean, he gets really just... Anyway, so like I said, I would just much rather work a more reasonable kind of, you're going to have this day and this day off every week. Even if they weren't together, at least I could sort of, you know, I have a second job that's getting to be pretty hard to work under these conditions. I might have to just let that go, because, you know, it's just not working out well for me and my coworker to have to plan around this schedule. I've gotten pretty good at doing a couple of guitar repairs, so I might start doing that in the meantime. Man, this optimized 720 setting, I have an older webcam that can only do up to 720, but I find this optimized 720 setting really looks good with good lighting. And I have a lot of natural lighting going on right now, and I think the video looks great. Not like when I have to do it at night and turn on like every light in the house, and it still looks kind of grainy. Anyway, I don't really want to bore you guys a whole lot. I know I tend to do that anyway. I just really wanted to kind of just cover what's going on schedule-wise. I have some cleaning up around the house to do, which I need to kind of get to. So I'm going to have something to eat first, maybe watch a little TV, and then, get to that. Because I promised the wife. And also, it's just a mess in here. So anyway, kick in the comments what you prefer. Do you guys like working a really varied schedule, or do you guys like consistency in your schedule? I'd say for personal life to job ratio, I prefer consistency. But for like, hey, I only have to, work a couple of days here before I get another day off, the whole rotating thing can be good. I said it seems like both of them have their advantages and disadvantages. If your days off are set and they're together, you're going to have to work 5 days. But once you get used to that, there you go. It's really hard to get used to a rotating schedule when it's different every week. Anyway, have a good one.